Hey guys, so today we are going to work on stretching out the hip flexor. So we'll do a 25-minute flow just with a lot of emphasis on focus on hip flexor and poses. Peak pose will be Ekapada Rajo Kapottasana. So let's come to our back first, lie flat. Just get nice and calm. And let's start by pulling the right knee into the chest. Nice little squeeze. And then reach up for that right foot. Maybe lift the nose up to the knee. Open up that hip. Let's take the right leg out. Little stretch here. Let's go ahead and take the leg across the body. So getting a nice little twist. And I'm going to reach down for that left foot, looking over my right shoulder. And then slowly come back, staying on your back. Think compass on the spine. Bring that right leg up and over, a little stretch. Maybe look over the left shoulder, under the left shoulder. And you should feel a small stretch or a big stretch maybe on the hip flexor of the left leg. And then bring that leg up. Let's take the right leg across the knee. And let's thread the hands around that side of the left knee. Close the eyes. And then start to straighten the left leg. Maybe reach up, find the toe or the shin. And then release that foot. Go ahead and lift the hips. And then let's pull the right knee back in and get a little twist. One more twist, keep the knee bent. All right, and then switch legs. Let's take the left knee in. So as you pull this left knee in, feel the right hip flexor lengthen a little bit. And then reach down for the left foot outside of it. Think half happy baby. And lengthen that right hip flexor even more. Extend the left leg, nose to knee. Relax back, twist. Reach that leg across. Reach down for the right foot. And gently relax that left shoulder down. And then bring the left leg across. Big compass on the back. Look under the right shoulder if you can. And you should definitely feel a stretch on the right hip flexor here. And then bring the left leg across. Hands around the knee. Just gently rock back and forth. Start to lift up. And then let's take the right leg up. Reaching for the toes. And then right leg to the floor. And go ahead and lift up the hips. And then relax all the way down. Go ahead and separate the feet. Let's hook the big toes. Inside hip stretch. And let's go ahead and lift the hips up over the shoulders. And then see if you can roll all the way back a couple times. We're just going to try to rock forward and back. Just get a little balance. And then go ahead and plant the feet. I'm going to bring myself into a Purvottanasana modified. So I'm lifting the hips up, head goes back. And I'm going to drive the hips through the arms, flex the feet. Again, lift up. Hips back. Again, lift. Hips back. One more time, lift. And then go ahead and release. Let's take a Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart. Stretch the arms forward, fold in. And then let's bring the legs all the way together and then see if you can reach the hands in between. This is a bit of a low ab workout here, so you're gonna shift onto the feet. So scoop up, shift onto the feet. And then roll up to the tippy toes. Reach up, build a balance. And then roll to the knees, scoop up, stretching the hips, left arm over, and switch. Right arm over. Keep it going. Left arm. Right arm. One more. Left. Reach it up. Right. And let's take both back. All right, reaching both hands back. Take a little moment here. Sit down between the knees. This pose is called Virasana. Coming to the elbows. Head back. If you can go all the way down, great. If not, it's okay. All right, gently roll down if you can. If not, rest on the elbows. All right, start to shift up, back up. Roll back onto the knees. And go ahead and pad the mat a little, or pad your knees a little bit. We're gonna roll back and forth. So shift to the knees, balance, roll to the feet, roll to the tailbone, shift up, roll down, and lift. Knees, hands in between, shift to the feet, roll up to the toes, reach down to the knees. Let's go with both ankles or heels. Shift. Hips forward, maybe walk the hands in. Shift up. Let's flip to the toes. Pause. And gently roll up. Come down to the feet. Little stretch, Malasana. Tailbone, lift, lower, reach. Back up. Hands in between the legs, shift. Roll up to the toes, reach. Knees together. And then roll up. Pause. Now we're going to take it a little further. So we're going to walk the hands higher up the legs. Separate your knees. Head goes back. Gently reach the head back, walk the hands in. If you like, you can reach the hands over. Get a little stretch. You can bring the hands down. Maybe lift up a couple times. It's intense, I know. And then shift back up. So now technically, for Lagavadrasana, you keep the hands on the legs up and back. So I will do that one more time in case you want to try that again. So you're here, hips go way forward, hands are on the calves, chest back, shoulders back, lean, head down. To come up, you engage the hips and the quads. Reach it up. We're gonna flip back to the toes. There's a little ab work here. Lift, knees up, squeeze, drop to the heels. I'm gonna separate my feet this time into a deeper malasana. Reaching the fingers forward. Little stretch in the shoulders, left arm in front, right arm up. Go ahead and wrap. And switch. Take that left hand back. Back to the center. Now fold in. Straighten the legs, walk the feet back. Start to set up your downward facing, stretching the toes, spreading the toes. Shift the weight forward to plank. And let's roll over the toes upward. Scoop it back. Each time you do this, feeling the hip flexors. Scoop it forward, roll over the toes. Scoop it back. Shifting forward and back. And let's shift all the way forward and pause. Bring the feet a little closer together. We're going to squeeze and lift the right leg. Switch. Left. Relax. Again, right. And left. Pull it up and back. Breathe, walk the feet to the hands. Fold in. Let's slide the hands under the feet. Feeling the stretch in the low back and the wrists, as well as the legs. All right, reaching the hands forward. Take the right leg all the way up. Go ahead and bend the knee, open the hip. Get light on those right fingers. Flipping the dog. Big reach. Pull the right knee in. Pull the knee to the nose. Extend that leg up. Let's stretch the hips. Roll down, fold in. And back up. Right hand back. Slowly reach it up. Left hand down. Pull that knee in. Now let's shift that leg forward. Think single pigeon. And go ahead and bring it down to the elbows. Stretch here. Reach it forward. Maybe slide that left shoulder underneath. And maybe reach back for that left foot. And then when you're ready, release. Shift back. And maybe think about bending the knee a little bit, just a couple little kicks. Again, you don't have to go to full pose here, but just reach the arms up, little shoulder circles. And maybe reach back for the inside of that foot. And then switch the other side. Maybe rotate the foot. Or rotate the shoulder. Maybe slide that foot up to the crease in the elbow. And think mermaid. And then slowly release. And let's go ahead and shift. Back up. Second side. Left leg reaching up. And then let's pull the knee in. And then lift it back up. And get light on those left fingers. Flipping the dog. Reaching that hip, stretching it, reaching the left arm over. And then start to shift back. Pulling that left knee in. Twisting inside of that right foot. Extend that leg. Go ahead and slide the hips out. Folding in. Inner hip stretch. Couple more breaths. And then slide back up. Left hand to the outside of that hip. Right arm starts to reach. And then plant that palm. Go ahead and step that left leg forward. Single pigeon. Folding in. Maybe bring the hands back. And then maybe take the right shoulder under. Twist. And you can reach around for the foot. The left foot if it feels all right. You can also reach for the toe of the right leg. And then start to shift back and up. Staying in the same position. Start to bend the knee a few times, couple little kicks. And maybe reaching the arms up. Rotating the shoulders. And then reach back. Let's grab the outside first of that foot. And then switch the other side. So I'm taking it from the inside of that right foot. And maybe bring the foot towards the tailbone. Start to rotate the shoulder. And then maybe slide this hand up. Think mermaid. And then slowly release. Start to shift up and back. Left leg up again. All right. Let's take it forward to plank. Squeeze. Let's take it to chaturanga. All the way over. Open the chest. Scoop it back. Let's get ready to jump all the way to the top of the mat. Big inhale, start to lift, bend those knees, float those hips, take it to the top of the mat, folding in, and let's come all the way up. Hands come in. Let's take the hands behind the low back, open the heart, and slowly fold. And then release, round back up, reach up. And then come down to a squat. Pause here. Folding in. So let's step the feet back. We'll take the right leg up and back again, open that hip. This time, flip the dog again. Pause, straighten that left leg. And then see if you can take it all the way to wheel. Reach it around. Rotating the wrists, turn the wrist out if you need it. Couple little shifts. Adjust. Working into the shoulders and the hips. Now let's take the right foot, we're gonna tuck it under. Couple little lifts, tucks. All right, other side. Slide that foot, tuck the knee, shift, little stretch, tuck it under. And release. And let's shift back. Pause, plant that right palm. Go ahead and step your right foot forward, release the knee. Pad your left knee. And let's slowly reach the arms up. Nice little stretch. Bending into that knee. Release the right hand to the floor. Left arm over. Switch. Get deep into that hip flexor stretch. And maybe reach back for that right foot. Breathe. And then slowly release. Tuck the toes of the back foot. We're going to come down to the elbows and keep stretching that hip flexor forward and back. Now rotate to the outside of the left heel. See if you can reach the right arm up. Practice your balance. Maybe you can bring that foot back. Both hands to the center, forearm plank. Let's release the hips all the way down. Reach it down. Let's lift the hand, reach the hands back for the ankles. Stretch and lift. And we're gonna rotate over to the left. Rotate to the right. And then back to the left. Stay there. Keep pulling gently on that left leg. Try to extend the right leg. Maybe grab the toe. If that's too much, just grab the ankle or the knee. And then shift that leg out. Lift this leg. See if you can reach around for this ankle. Feeling that stretch. And then slide that leg back. Whew. Push down and lift. And then slowly release the hands. Pause. And let's take the hands back to that forearm plank, tuck the toes, scoop it up. Let's go all the way to dolphin. Gazing back between the feet. Shift the weight, look forward, push into the arms. Let's take a chaturanga all the way to upward. Scoop it back. Left leg reaching up and back. Again, we're gonna flip the dog. Nice and slow. Take your time, reach. Let's take it all the way to wheel. Arm over, adjust the feet. Turn the fingers out as needed. Work into straightening the legs. Now we're going to work on tucking the foot under both sides. So shift that leg, maybe even come down to the head. Take a little rest. Shift back up. Ooh. Switch. Other leg. Stretch that hip flexor, fold under. Ooh. Try to push back up. And release. Let's come back. All the way back. bring that left arm up, pulling the knee in, step the foot down. Back knee comes down, and get ready to reach up. Patting that knee on the right foot. Reaching all the way up. Stretch to the left and right. Stay there. Get deeper in that stretch. Maybe come to the elbows. Continuing to stretch. Reaching back, bending that knee. All right, slowly release. Get ready to tuck the toe under. Knee lifting. And then rotate. Stack up the heels. Find that balance. Left elbow down, shift. Rotate, drop the heels. Rest. Swivel the hips. Reach back for the ankles. Pause and scoop it up. Rotate to the right. Other side. All right, back to the right. See if you can keep that right hand on the ankle. Try to extend this leg, maybe grab the ankle or the toe. If this is too much, just hold here. Now release the leg out to the side. See if you can hold that ankle. Try to lift this leg. And then release. Shift it back. Whew. Hands back. Start to lift. Maybe bend the knees. Reach back. Fold in. Let's bring the elbows back down, tuck the toes, scoop. And then we'll shift back, little downward facing, dolphin. Shift and straighten the arms. And then walk the hands to the feet, grab the elbows, fold. And then let's roll all the way up. Reach, roll down. Stretch back. Drop the knees for a moment. Let's grab our straps, okay? So reach for that strap. And let's start with the right side. Shifting down. Now work on keeping this knee bent. Working the hands, getting your strap ready. Reaching the arms up. And if you have a wide strap, it's nice because you can rotate the shoulders in a lot of different directions. And maybe even hook the toe and start to wrap it. Lifting up. Working those shoulders. And just take your time here. Switching arms. If you feel ready to go for the full pose, I'll go into it, but you don't have to. Just keep stretching and kind of working in this direction. Otherwise, arms up, reach, and find the toe. All right, let's take a little counter stretch. I'm going to take the left leg forward. All right, so I'm just going to do like a double pigeon stretch, kind of counter stretch for the hips. Just feels nice. All right, and now we're going to set up the second side. All right, so one side is always going to be more challenging. This is definitely my challenging side, but I love working my harder side. All right, so maybe you want to get a little stretch forward at first, especially if it is the harder side. Extra little pose in single pigeon. And then start to kick that back leg a few times. Get your strap ready. Start to move around. Bring the hands forward and back. Maybe even wrap the leg. Bring the foot to the tailbone. All right, and then slowly start to move around with the strap. Maybe reaching it around, finding that foot, wrapping it up. And then when you're ready, you can start to remove the strap. You can keep working that strap or let it go. And on the other side, I just reach straight up and reach for the toe. And if that isn't possible, and you know that you're not gonna be able to just reach up, the other option, of course, is the flip grip. All right? So you would take the hand around the outside and then shift the chest forward and watch how my elbow kind of pulls into my hip first and then up to my ear. Pull the ear in and then you can reach for the toe with the other hand. All right, give your leg a little relief. Maybe come to that double pigeon. This time I'll turn this direction. Holding down. All right, let's take the legs into a split, middle split. Fold down. Reach all the way out. Stretch. And then rotate that right knee in. Just get a little stretch this direction. Shift it back. Little fold in here. My left leg straight. Reach. Maybe walk the hands in. All right. And then straighten that leg, switch. And then switch again this direction. Maybe shift this leg up. Stretch here. Reach. Maybe grab this foot as you lift. All right, last few things. So we're here, and I'm just gonna work on my hip flexor. So I'm gonna work on rotating my hips in their socket. Hip flexor is key. So now I'm rolling over my right hip. Shifting down onto the chest. And those of you that can start to squeeze that leg up, wonderful. If that's too much, don't do it. So I'm doing as many kicks as I can. Go for 7 to 10 if you can. All right, you can even bend the knee, reach back, lift, and then release. Shift to the middle. Take your time. And then start to shift to the other side. Remember, one side's a lot stickier. So try to just roll over the hip. Try not to use the hands too much and lift up super high. All right? So shifting that leg back, rotating over my hip, shifting forward, stretching. And this is my really tight hip flexor. I'm trying to rotate it down. And then start to do those squeezes. So my left leg, so you can hold the left leg, and if that's too much, you don't have to hold it. All right, so I'm holding my left legs, I'm squeezing my right butt 10 times or as many as you can. Trying to lift the leg off the floor. Breathe. All right, and then shift back, come back to the center. Woo. Let's take the legs together, little Baddha Konasana. Maybe gentle press on the knees. Shifting down. All right, and then let's roll all the way down to our spine. Breathe. Squeeze the knees in. Let's take a little happy baby. Maybe straighten the legs. And release the feet. Maybe start to scoop and lift the hips. Hollow it out. Again, scoop it up. And one more lift. And hollow. Maybe a twist. Each side. And let it go.